I'm Ann Bocock, and welcome to Between the Covers. Megan Abbott is here. She's the award-winning author of 10 novels. She's the co-creator and executive producer of Netflix's Dare Me, which is based on her best-selling novel, and a staff writer on HBO's The Deuce. She is a master at exploring the dark side of competition. In previous books, she gave us chilling looks at gymnastics and cheerleading. Well, her latest book, The Turnout, is a psychological thriller focused on the darker side of ballet. Megan Abbott, welcome to Between the Covers. Thank you for being here.
Thank you so much for having me.
All right, I want to go back just a little bit. The book before Dare Me was terrifying. It's this exclusive, obsessive, dangerous world of cheerleading. You also did it with gymnastics, and now The Turnout. So first of all, for people who don't understand the title, what is The Turnout?
So the turnout is this sort of critical development as a young dancer, which is sort of the ability to rotate your legs 180 degrees while your hips remain, and your hips too go out, so you can sort of fully dimensionalize the ballet form. So it really requires sort of work and exertion, and it's very challenging. It's usually for dancers around the age of 11, 12 or so. They have to achieve that 180 degrees to be sort of a prima ballerina.
Which is not a normal thing to do, 180 degrees. Your books, you write with such feeling about this, and let's talk, gymnastics and cheerleading and now dance lends me to believe that you have an athletic background.
No, I mean it truly is. I mean, I took a year of ballet, and I mean, I can't say I had any experience with sports. I was always very bad at physical things and didn't have that relationship with my body that athletes and dancers seem to have, where they seem to have or be developing such mastery over it. So for me, it's always been this sort of wish fulfillment to go into these worlds that I never had access to, that seemed very exotic to me, and to be among those who have this very different relationship with their body. Their body is their art, and that's very dazzling to me. And so it's a bit of a fantasy, I suppose.
Well, in The Turnout, we have twin sisters, and they have their glamorous dancer mother. Now, without giving a lot away, I'd like for you to take it from there and tell me about these twins, their mother and their father. How did they grow up? What was this family dynamic?
Well, they grew up in a very insular home. They're very close, Dara and Marie, and their mother was a dancer and is sort of raising them to be dancers. And they're homeschooled, and they live entirely in the world of ballet. Their father is mostly absent and doesn't really have a place there. Their mother, who's rather glamorous and hypnotic and sort of a mesmeric figure, really runs their life. In the present day, she has long passed. That's not a spoiler, but she still looms very large for them. She really shaped them, and even though they're adults now, and Dara has a husband of her own, they're still really under her thrall.
They There's a tragic accident, something terrible happens, and the parents die. And the kids inherit, these young girls inherit their mother's dance studio. So that happens. Now, it's Nutcracker season. And for people that maybe don't understand what that means, that's the moneymaker. That's the hook for these dance studios. Tell me about Nutcracker season, and did you specifically choose that because it's familiar to us?
Yes, I mean, it certainly was the first ballet I saw, and had a tiny part in 1 year in it, and it was really my first, and I think most people's first introduction to ballet. If people have seen one ballet, that's the one. It's become this holiday tradition, and the girls in their velvet dresses, and the spectacle of it. I picked it for story purposes because of the familiarity, as you say, but also, as you say, because it is how these dance schools make all their money, not just the ticket sales, but it's a recruitment tool, right? The little girls in the audience will be taking classes there next year. So it has this powerful role, and schools sort of live or die on their ability to have a Nutcracker production.